Alright guys, what's up? We're at Lab 11 Haunted Attraction right now. I'm the owner of it, Jacob Miller, and this is our new for 2021 Hawthorne Asylum. Now, we've really gone bigger and better than anything this year, and we're just getting... it's really crazy. I'm just gonna have to show you guys, so basically, this room is when you first walk into Hawthorne Asylum. It's all dilapidated and overgrown because it's an abandoned asylum. And you can see that it's dilapidated on the walls, and you can actually feel this. It's like textured, almost like it feels nasty, but we just have some broken branches in here that we've broken off of trees and tried our best to preserve. It didn't work. We have a flickering light bulb, and we have a speaker that plays some of the central audio system that links back to Peekaboo ACs, if anybody knows what that is. And this room as a whole is very immersive, especially at night, and it's very, I wouldn't really say interactive, but this is kind of like the setup. This is like the intro, almost the pilot episode, if you will. And if you look right over there, you can see that we have a Easter egg to last year's haunted house. We put one of the flyers up on like the central whiteboard, or not whiteboard, but I don't even know what this is called. It's probably called a corkboard or something. But anyways, you come in here. So basically, once you get up into this room, you're gonna see one of the demons that infested Hawthorne. And this is because I forgot to explain the theme. It's an abandoned asylum, but it's a take on the old abandoned asylum theme, where actually a demon has infested Hawthorne because the leader was the leader of a high-level blood cult, like the head doctor, leader of a high-level blood cult, and they would do rituals, but one ritual went terribly wrong, and it released a swarm of demons upon the hospital that caused emergency evacuation, but all of the demons also trapped the souls of the doctor and all of his followers. And that kind of explains the story summed up a little bit. Full story, if you search up Lab 11 Haunted Attraction on Google, click website, then go to theme. That'll take you to the full theme. I can put a link to it in the description, but as of right now, this scare is pretty awesome. So basically what makes this scare so special to me is it's a brand new idea, and this is actually supposed to be one of the signs, like the directory signs for Hawthorne Asylum, and this is right before you kind of get the hint that you're in an area that you're not supposed to be in, and that it's not safe here. So, this is actually one-way window film. It's completely opaque at night. It looks a little see-through right now, but you can't even notice. It just looks like a normal sign at night. And if we shine a light behind it, it actually makes an actor become transparent, and I have a clip of that I'll insert here. In essence, this spot is kind of one of our more lackish spots, but it still scares a lot of people here. Let me come around to this side and I'll tell you more about it. So now that I'm around to this side, this scare is actually just, this is an old drop panel, but the drop panel part of it actually broke, and it would take a lot more work to construct and put back together. So
half-ass for life.
Half-ass for life, yeah, you know it. Nah, this is the only thing that we half-assed this year because we only didn't have time left. We literally set this up opening night, and that was a very stressful experience, but hey, we made it. We did it. So, this on the wall, you're probably wondering, what the hell is this on the wall? It's the stuff they use to wrap cars. They wrap cars with this material, and honestly, it worked really well because we don't need full mirrors on the wall because that's really expensive, and we're kind of on a budget here. And let's, there's, it's just on the wall. It's stapled on, and we had some of it hang down. It looks like it curled up, but it's all good now. And so let's go to the next room. So this room is all about the storage and really kind of transporting you into what happened that terrible day at Hawthorne, June 3rd, 1961. I think it's 1961, I don't know. But these are a couple mannequins we picked up, and this is kind of the storage room. And you can see all over the storage room walls, it says "Help me," as people who were bleeding out were fighting for their last moments, and really just kind of, you know, it puts you in that heat of the moment, especially when it's under a strobe light. I forgot to mention that we have a strobe light in that strobe tunnel as well that has all the mirrors on the wall. But basically, it's a really cool area. And you peep around this corner right here, and we have a peekaboo set up right here for a person to scare you. And that's a really good scare. See, we actually had, let's bring you inside the workshop real quick. I'll show you what we did have previously in that spot. As you can see, he's a little deformed right now. He's not looking his greatest that he's ever looked. This is Puppy, short for puppet. And it's just a puppet that we made with, there's actually motocross handlebars, wire for the arms, and different stuff. But it wasn't really getting the reaction that we anticipated, and sometimes that's okay. Sometimes you try and then you fail. But as that goes on more, you just kind of start to realize, and you're like, okay, here's how I fix this mistake, here's how I do it. And that's all part of the process here at Lab 11. So we ensure that you guys have the best experience. We're constantly changing, constantly evolving, and we're doing everything that we can to make it the best in the area. So we're back, and we're right in this room that was just with the mirror on the wall and where you just got scared. And this mirror really has no significance. This is covering up an emergency exit. And the door itself is a little warped, but it gets the job done. Because if you do, it's supposed to be a breakaway door, because if something goes wrong, then somebody, I mean, I'm not going to do it right now because that would cause, but if you kick it hard enough, it will give out. But that's going to be hard. So let's go to the next room. So here we are, and we're in the next room. This room, there's actually not a whole ton going on in this room, but there is at the same time. It feels empty, but it's a laser swamp room, and it has designs all on the walls. And this is supposed to be like one of the patients that went crazy because of all the experiments and all the blood rituals, and they just wrote all over their wall. This is supposed to be one of their rooms, and this is actually kind of like you're in the shadow realm right now, and that's why everything's so trippy and psychedelic. And basically it's very bright in here with the laser swamp, and there's people coming up, so you're kind of in the shadow realm, in like where they keep the patients that have gone crazy and have gone from the rituals. And then you can see that little ram skull up there, and that will start to lead you to the actual ritual scene where they did all of the experiments. And so that's where we're headed next. Here in the next room, we have camo netting on the ceiling, and you kind of can't see this at night, and you only see this right now because there's a flashlight on, but you see you're kind of going through underground catacombs. You don't know where you just went. You came out of the shadow realm, and you see that there's people who've died in here. Just a cheap little skeleton, something to add a little extra touch. But here's where you really start to get into the ritual site, and you start to see that there's some nasty shit going on here. And this is actually our finale room. So you're gonna come around here. We have some things that aren't exactly moving. But now that these things aren't actually moving, under a strobe light, they look like they do. And you get scared just like this. From right there, everything over the top, people never expect it. And let me tell you, it's awesome every time, and it just gets better and better. Watching these people scream at the finale scare, or at least what they think is the finale scare. So, right here, you have the ritual sign. I forgot to kind of showcase that, and you have, you know, the remnants of a ritual, whatever happened there. And people think that they got hit with that finale scare, but what actually happens is that the actor who's standing up there, up on this platform, has a foot pedal, and that links to a sound cue, which is not hooked up right now, to that. And that will send people, I give a quick demonstration. This is how they do. They get scared. They get scared right there. They back up, and they're scared of that. They're like crippling against the wall. And then they run out. And they run out this direction, and that'll take you around back. Now, we're kind of a short but sweet haunt, and we didn't really showcase the full thing here. And you'll see, I mean, just give them a quick look around just to see the sheer size of this thing from the outside, to show that we showed you a small bit. You can see all the way back there where that stucco is. You can see all the way around here. You see all the rooms, where all it goes to. And then it's just, it really is massive, and it's kind of a short but sweet walkthrough. But it just gets better and better every year, and it's going to get bigger and better. And this year's our biggest and best yet. And there's not much else I can say. Hawthorne Asylum, always innovating, very technologically advanced. We didn't get to showcase that or any of the scares here, really, in their full action, in their natural habitat, I guess you would say. But guys, swing on by if you're in the area. Mooresville, North Carolina, about 35 minutes away from Charlotte. Let us know what you think. Let us know where you heard about us. Peace out.